From the deepest abyss, a single dark tendril, a remnant of the original void, snakes out. It aims for the heart of the new nebula of creation where the spark burns brightest, seeking to extinguish the nascent dawn. The colossal void entity, having absorbed Freya's echo and merged with the amorphous being, recoils in fear from this new, defiant presence. This nascent spark of pure awareness is a true anomaly, a defiance against its very nature. The tendril, imbued with the ancient hunger of oblivion, pulses with malevolent intent. It moves with impossible speed, a streak of absolute darkness against the vibrant, nascent colors of the forming universe. Within the nebula, the spark of alien awareness flares, sensing the impending threat. It is not a conscious being in the way mortals understand, but a primal instinct for existence, a stubborn refusal to be unmade. The void entity watches, a silent, colossal observer, its form rippling with a mixture of dread and a desperate, primal rage. It had sought to conquer, to absorb all, but this is something it cannot comprehend. The tendril breaches the outer layers of the nebula, its touch withering the nascent energies. Tiny pockets of creation wink out of existence, like stars failing before they are born. The spark within the nebula shifts, a subtle, almost imperceptible tremor. It is not fear it feels, but a profound, ancient understanding of threat. It begins to react. Not with aggression, but with a subtle redirection of its very essence. It doesn't fight the tendril directly, instead, it draws the void energy into itself, not to be consumed, but to be understood. The tendril writes, its purpose suddenly muddled, its path of destruction disrupted. The void, it had unleashed its ultimate weapon, its final tool of erasure, and it was being absorbed. The tendril begins to fray, its dark energy siphoned away, not into the void, but into the heart of the spark. The colossal entity pulses, its own form beginning to destabilize, as if a part of its being is being irrevocably torn away. The spark of awareness within the nebula glows brighter, not with the fierce radiance of battle, but with the gentle, steady light of understanding. It is not merely defying the void, it is integrating it, transforming it. The tendril, now a mere wisp of dissipating shadow, finally breaks, its dark purpose extinguished. But the transformation has only just begun. The spark of awareness, now infused with a portion of the void's own power, begins to coalesce. New shapes form, not of flesh and bone, but of pure energy and nascent thought. The void entity, weakened and terrified, attempts to retreat, to pull itself back into the absolute nothingness from which it came. But it is too late. The spark, now a burgeoning consciousness, has tasted the void, and it is curious. It reaches out, not with a tendril, but with a gentle, probing wave of pure awareness. It seeks to understand this fear, this rage, this ancient hunger. The void entity, a prisoner in its own undoing, is no longer the predator. It is the prey. And as the light of the nascent world washes over it, a single, agonizing realization dawns, it is not just being absorbed, it is being changed. The colossal entity screams, a silent, existential shriek that echoes through the nascent cosmos. Its form contorts, its vastness shrinking, as the spark of awareness, now a burgeoning universe in itself, begins to mold it, to reshape it according to its own alien will. The crimson spark that had once ignited within Freya's echo, now finds itself at the center of a new, unimaginable cosmic ballet. The void entity, a prisoner in its own undoing, feels the last vestiges of its ancient hunger being replaced by an alien, vibrant curiosity. But as the new universe solidifies, a chilling whisper emerges from the deepest, now emptying abyss. A remnant, a sliver of the original void, the very essence of annihilation, has been left behind. It is small, insignificant, yet it pulses with an ancient, concentrated malice. It is the seed of the void, waiting. And as the nascent universe basks in its own glorious birth, this tiny, dark seed begins to burrow, seeking out the weakest point, the most vulnerable spark, the very spark that had just birthed this new reality.